Hey guys, it's Petunia Gal, and we are back over in Planet Zoo. And I kind of wanted to go over some stuff here at the beginning, and also this is going to be somewhat of a random episode, I think, but hopefully you guys won't mind. So I want to go over some stuff I did. If we go over here, we can see that I have barriers out. And yeah, don't worry about the protesters. That's one of the things I was going to go over because I don't understand why they're here. But yeah, so we've got barriers here. I went a little crazy with them just to try to test them out. I also put them in the middle of the tables so the guests wouldn't walk through the tables but still sit. And I don't think it's working because I don't think any of them are sitting. And I tried to put them here in front of the shops, and it kind of worked, except for the fact that it barred them from coming back out. So they would actually order and then get stuck in between the barrier and the shop and just disappear, or I had to move them. So I had to take those out, which I kind of really I wish that would work because I hate that they like get so far into here. Um, I want to put the barrier like right there in front of these things. Let's see, kind of like her. She's not in the way of anything. So I don't know why that doesn't work, but it did not. Some of these are doing pretty good. I did move everything back, so we do still have to figure out something to put around these windows here. But yeah, let me know if you guys are having any similar situations for that. And also, I tried to put a barrier in front of this door just so the staff could still go through, but the guests, wouldn't go there. And it stopped the staff from going. And I put a screenshot up on Twitter. There was just a couple of staff members standing over here, like I guess standing up asleep, and it said resting in staff area, but they obviously were not. So I don't know, that's a little weird. But if you want to check out that, go check out my Twitter link down below if you're not already following me. And I just left these up so I could show you guys, but what I'll do is go ahead and hit X. Oops. Okay. And then just bring them all down so they're not in the way. So they should still work, but yeah, hopefully people will actually sit down at the tables now. Oh, other than the fact that they all just disappeared. Okay. But yeah, let me know if you guys are using the barriers, if you have any issues, because I would really like this to be blocked off. So, one of the issues I was having is, and I don't know if I can find it again, is for this fennec fox. I can't find it. And it says missing habitat. Let me see. It says it's in quarantine. Let's see if we can move it back. So I've never got a missing habitat before. Unless I didn't have the, unless I didn't have maybe the barrier, the habitat gate or something, but I don't know. That is so weird. So yeah, we were having just random protesters walking around. You saw some of them were walking here in the, see, there's one. And I don't know why. I don't know why they're walking in there. You guys are kind of stuck. And the barriers aren't that close together. They shouldn't be. Hopefully their pathing will get fixed, I think. That is so weird. But yeah, we should have people sitting down at tables now. Although we're still not getting people sitting down at tables. I really like being able to block them from the middle of the table. But yeah, it's not working. So anyways, what I want to do this episode, see here, see, missing habitat, unable to reach habitat. So they'll wonder, I don't know. We could put a curb here, but this is a staff path, so they shouldn't go here anyways. The difference between the barriers and the curbs, and I've done a video on this, and I think some of the the recent videos that I've done here on the franchise zoo, I kind of mentioned that. So the curbs will let the guests go in a different way if that's possible, if it's not too crowded. But if it's too crowded, they will go over the curb. So that's, and the barriers are supposed to keep them out of wherever. Why is this so crowded? You guys are what? Gulpy soda. Heading to Gulpy soda. Okay, I don't there's a chase happening. Oh, again? We've got another jeez. Get him. Get him. Let's see. You look like you might have a good amount to wait, what? I feel rested now? Oh, wait. Uh-oh. So I don't know. Is he like stealing from our vending machines? Anyways, I'm getting distracted. It's fine. So what I want to do is I want to kind of fill out this section with some foliage and rocks and stuff like that. Expecting offspring. Okay. And also I want to move this area. We may have to keep, I may put a power thing behind this building. I'm not sure. But I want to move this area more over here to kind of where we tried to have this to begin with over here. But because the habitat door is over here, so I don't want them to have to walk all the way from over there to over here whenever they need to do something for the habitat. So we will move it back over here and also do a lot of work here for foliage and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get all that done without it being too long of an episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just record all that, and we'll probably do like random updates and a voiceover just so it doesn't get too crazy. Let me know what you guys think about the edits, and if you do enjoy, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe buttons so you can get notified of videos as they come out. It just helps me to know that you're enjoying what I'm doing here. And yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do the front part of this African penguins building. I wanted to do a little bit of a tiered garden area with a little sign. So that's what I was working on here. I do make some cuts, just to kind of show you what I'm doing, and then cut to, where I'm kind of done with it. Because some of this took me quite a while to do. I'll let you guys know what I did. But like I said, I do show the beginning and the end. So I don't think you're going to be missing anything. Let me know what you guys think about these kind of edits. Let me know if you'd rather me do just like a speed build or time lapse with music in the background. I will do that if you would like. I always like to do more of talking you through the process and what I did and what I started to do that I didn't like, that kind of thing. So let me know if you like that or not. And yeah, so I'm trying to get these to be kind of the retaining walls for the garden. And it works out pretty good, I think. And I don't know if the color necessarily goes with the building, but I think it's okay. I think it'll work out. So I haven't decided quite yet what to do with this side area, but I did want to bring the rocks all the way over to the path just so there's not any weird any weird blank spots there. And I do in the end and the real time actually do a little bit of something with that, at least the right side of the path here. So I wanted to go ahead and make these parts in between the retaining walls flat. So I do start here, show you guys kind of what I did. I just do a lot of flatten to terrain, and then I go ahead and use the smoothing tool and just go back and forth until it looks pretty good. And so I do cut most of that out, but I wanted to show you guys what I started with. And here I'm just bringing this down and adding another set of them up here. So we'll make it like a three-tiered wall, a three-tiered garden. And so I think it works out really good. I don't really think, at first I thought maybe blocking this window would be a bad idea, but I don't think it turns out that bad in the end. So let me know what you guys think about it. And I don't know, working with terrain is just, it's just crazy in this game. I don't know. I haven't really gotten the hang of it, I guess. I mean, sometimes I think I have a better hang of it than others, but yeah. So, like I said, I wanted to try to not block these windows too much. So I do try to not put any of the really big trees in front of them, but I did want to frame it out a little bit. My first thought was I was actually going to put a sign on the building, but then I kind of wanted it to be closer to this path. So I went ahead and put it on this last retaining area here. And I just used a bunch of different Africa continent filtered plants and trees and all of that. And I think it looks pretty good. I don't know, I've said it before, I'm not like a botanist specialist or anything like that. I don't know what trees go with what, but I think it looks pretty good in the end. And that's pretty much what I'm going for. So I went ahead and did the last one there as kind of a bush. I do have to say, I think I took the least amount of time with that top retaining area just because, I figured that would be the least amount that people would see. I mean, they do see it going in, so I may add some more stuff. But here's where we're working on the sign, and this first one I tried to make a different height, but I decided to wait and just make that a group and copy it over a few times and then just copy over that whole thing just so it doesn't take as long, and so I can try to get these, you can see I'm trying to get them to look exactly perfectly aligned. It never works out in this, it's never perfectly aligned, but I think it looks all right in the end. And just selecting bits and pieces. Again, if you're in a group, all you have to do is shift click. You don't have to hit I or anything. So that's why it's a lot easier to work in the group. I know there's certain times you don't want to be in a group because like you can't move, you can't do the advanced move where you do control X and move things. Because if you're using stuff that's in a group, I don't think that's possible. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. But I do cut out a bunch of this. I was really debating on what size of lettering to use here because there's quite a few different sizes and I just could not decide on what size to use. But I do go ahead and move these or copy these up so it's got a little bit more room for this writing, say this alphabet here, and I think it looks awesome. I don't know, maybe I should have added another layer of this just to make it look like it's kind of, I mean, it does look 3D because they're 3D text, but just give it a little bit different color as well, to just not have the one color but have a secondary color as well. And I don't know, we may do that in the end, but right now, this is how it's going to stay. And I go ahead and make these sides a little bit bigger on the backing here. I guess that would be the name for it. And just so you can get a little bit more room in between everything, because I think it's a little bit tight on both sides. But then I wanted to look for something to put on these two sides here, just to not just have the font, but have something else. So in a second, I think right here we go looking for the penguin decals. After I move this, I was trying to get it where the base of this was not seen, where you can see all this unevenness at the bottom. So I do place these rocks down, and I tried to do a little bit of a mixture of rocks. Just I thought that kind of looked a little bit more, I don't know, realistic instead of having all one kind of rock. So I think it turned out because you never want to just see one kind of something, right? So here I'm trying to figure out where the penguins are, the little statue things. And so in the end, I just type out a penguin in the search box because I can't remember where it is. But thank goodness there's a search box, right? So unfortunately, there's only one of the flat pieces for the African penguins, and this one, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily go, but uh, we didn't have anything else to use here, so I could have just used some kind of a decal, nature or anything like that. But I think this turns out pretty good. I wish you could change it from white to a different color because it kind of stands out quite a bit just because you can't change the white. I mean, I know there's white on them, but I don't know. It's a little decal. I don't think it needs to be super realistic. And I try to make it look like he's standing on the S, and on the rock over there. I don't know if I do a great job, but that was my plan. So here I'm just trying to find some lighting to go onto this at night, and I just put these little I want to say projector lights. I don't know what they're called, but I probably need to put another one in the middle now that I'm thinking about it. But that's the one thing about playing in franchise mode and not in the sandbox mode is you can't change the time. So, I literally have to just put them in and then wait till nighttime to see if they're going to look good or not, as far as like changing the color of the light and all that. And I think I change it. I don't know if I do it on camera, but I do change the color of the light, and you can see that in some of the end pictures. I don't know if I'm going to do cinematics at the end. I think I may just do still photos, just a slideshow, because it was kind of hard to do this like as cinematics. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing at the end. But I place a lot of these little flowers here because I try to figure out something else to put in some of the places, and I just go back to these flowers. I don't know why. They're just, there's a simple little thing that you can place down, and it works out, I think. So I did want to hide all of this unevenness on the ground in the back, so that's why I used some of these, I don't know if they're ferns, but yeah, I used a lot of those just to hide that. And these I really like. I really like using these grasses, and I'm pretty sure those were base game. So, everybody has those, and I really like them. They're super cool. And so I did do a bit of a cut there. You can see there's some foliage that you didn't see me place, but I think I did a pretty good job of doing, some subtle cuts here and there just to show you guys what I started with and what I ended with. And I deleted those because that 3 in a row just looked a little bit off to me. But again, we're adding those little flowers. And I add a lot of this dren grass. I really like this stuff. I just think it's super awesome. So we place it pretty much everywhere. And I wanted to get some kind of other color here other than green. I went for this that gave like a lighter green, but I really wanted color. And I think that's why I just went with the purple. Yeah, I go with these again. I think that's why I just needed some kind of color. And here we're putting some staff room and keeper hut in the back, kind of like what we had to begin with. Try to make it look a little bit more pretty. I don't know. Maybe I should build a building back here too, just to keep all this stuff in instead of having these separate things. But I tried to mess around with the terrain back here to get these to work. But in the end, I just decided to use these rocks. It was just going to be so much easier. So we just surround all of this with rock. And man, that random rotation, that is just super awesome. I love using that. I kind of wish they had an option where you could change which axis you rotated on. So you could rotate, the ones that you still wanted to be flat rocks. Those worked out pretty good. They didn't move, but that would be awesome. And as you can see, I put a transformer back there just to give power to these buildings. And we're checking on the negative impact, which thankfully doesn't go very far. So because of all the decoration in the building. And here I'm just using the guest barrier that we got. I think it's like guest barrier metal or something like that. And I wanted to put them across the whole path, but I remember the issues I'm having with the guest barriers also affecting the staff, so I don't do that. In the end, we just move them over to one side. But I wanted to put this little, stop sign on here. And I was looking for some lettering we could actually put on here, but there's not anything small enough to put on here. So I do cut most of that out. But I did look around for some. And in the end, I just went back to using a sign. It works out. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but I think it works out pretty good. So we go in here and try to find a sign to put on here. And this one, like, super matches what I need because it has those little, I don't know, the little round holders that just go perfectly on here. So I wanted to move this sign. I couldn't get it, so I had to delete the sign and then move the click this decal and then hit Control Z so you can bring it back. That's a really cool little trick to get things that you can't click on. You just delete something, select what you want, and then just hit Control Z or undo in the game. And that works out. So we got a little bit of a staff only gate here, I guess. And I do copy this over to all of the paths, which I think may be a little overkill. I may need to delete some of them. But here we are putting a little bit of a rocky stuff here. And I decided to put some statues on here just to make it kind of have a point there. And I want to really close this off so when we do put other stuff, that this can be kind of a wall. I know sometimes zoos make it where you can like somewhat see a habitat on your way to something else, but I also know how the guests work in this game, and I mean, if I put it where they could see, although it's probably not going to matter, then they would probably just stop here and try to look through all the trees and then complain that they can't see anything. It happens because the guests are just weird. But I started with these rocks, but I copied I copied a few of them, and then I really didn't like it because I put these little rocks in and it just looked weird to me. So I deleted those and went with these little, I want to say square rocks. It looks pretty good, I think. I mean, I don't think you would have square rocks like in nature, but I think that looks pretty good. Just buried them in a little bit and more dren grass because, that's what I like. I am super addicted to the dren grass, but it's okay. So we go ahead and put some over here as well. And then, like I said, we do some African penguin statues here. And I also go ahead and put a light just so these can be lit up at night. And again, I have to wait until it's night to be able to know how it looks, but it turns out pretty good. And then here on the side where we put the drink vending machines, I definitely wanted to add some foliage here just to make it look more exciting. So I cut quite a few pieces out. I just didn't want the video to be super long, so hopefully this isn't too long for you guys. I didn't really want to cut out any more, but let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the editing, if you like it, if you want to see more of the process or less of the process, let me know. And I put that huge, like, I don't know if it's an elephant ear tree, but that's what it reminds me of. And I didn't like it. It just looked too out of place. So I do delete that in a second. But I just use the random rotation and just kind of click around and put stuff where it looks good. And sometimes I'm like, man, this isn't looking good, but I just keep going. And in the end, I'm like, man, that looks really awesome. all the foliage just really adds to the life of the zoo, and just brings it all together, I think. So yeah, we put some more of this grass in and then take that out because, like I said, I didn't like that very much. It was just a little too big, I think. And I don't know why, but I really love these palm like trees. They're really cool. And although I just didn't think those looked really good there, but I really do like those palm trees. So yeah, we do some more foliage here, and I I don't want to. I mean, you don't have to cover the whole ground. I mean, a lot of zoos, they will have some empty spots, just to like have more manicured and then less manicured, and so I try not to cover the whole ground because it would just look way too crowded if we did that. So copied those lamps over to use over here for the nighttime, and then I decided just to put these here. I may go ahead and make more of a piece to put them in, but for now I just wanted to get some education here. So yeah, I think that's about it, and that is the end of the time lapse. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, let's get back to the real time. I will see you then. Okay, guys, we are done with this. I just put this in. Seriously? How is this already broken? Wow. Okay. Somebody worked fast there. All right. So, I wanted to do more, but I got a little carried away, and who knows how long this video is going to be. But yeah, I went ahead and put a little bit of nature around here to kind of get this a little bit more, oh goodness, a little bit more finished. So, one thing I do want to do here, not construction, is go to our favorite pieces, because I don't want people walking through that. So I'm going to put this down. And I've had some issues with this. I think I talked about it earlier, maybe. But for one, this says guest barrier, and it stopped my staff from being able to go to their staff room. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen the picture I posted of the staff member, and yeah, I mean, it shouldn't affect staff. It should just affect guests, right? That's what I think, anyways. So I don't know. That's a little weird, but I like that we can put it in places to try at least to get the guests to not walk into the things that you build. Oh, and one thing I do want to mention, because I keep forgetting about it, and I just want to let you guys know. So if you put something down and you want to continue building something in a group, don't forget to select 2 or 3 things you put down, or however many, um, and put those in a group, because that will make everything so much easier. Remember to hit I. I think I hit it too many times. Only problem is I think these barriers make it a little difficult for the guests to move, if you can, if you guys can see that. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that and sink this down into the ground. I mean, that should give them plenty of room. I mean, look at all that room. And then we got to do that over here. Anyways, it's fine. So I just wanted to put some nature around here. I think it looks a lot better. Definitely still have more to do over here. I was trying to kind of hide the stuff back there. Still got a ways to go, but this is the main thing I wanted to do, and I really like it. I think it came out super awesome. Um, so I wanted kind of like a tiered area here, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this side. I was thinking of maybe taking these, and I'm gonna split this one from the group, and then maybe just having this go along the side. We do this and just have it go along the side of the path here. not that one. This one. Just as a little bit of a natural barrier instead of these railings. I mean, the railings are pretty good in the game. I think they're pretty nice. So we could just have it like as a secondary thing there. Just to kind of go along the side here. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm not sure if that looks exactly like we would want, but something like that. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Just to have some kind of cover so it doesn't just go off into the void that is underneath the path. Like right there. And obviously we need to have some work done over here to get the trash taken care of. I didn't think I really had to put trash cans in here because I don't really sell anything close to here, so I don't know. But yeah, so I think that is gonna be the end. I will put some little in cinematics, especially where we added lights, because I haven't seen them lit up yet. So I may change some of that, like the color and all, to those. So one bad thing about playing in franchise and not creative is you can't, or sandbox. I say creative, it's, you know what I mean. Is you can't change the time of day. There is a trick where you can go into your blueprints and change the time of day, but I don't know. I just want to do it, I just want it to be done like you can just change the time of day and then change it back to, the real time. I think that, I don't know. I don't know how hard that would be to do. I'm not a game designer, but that would be super awesome if we could do that. So, yeah, until next time, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, definitely hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to my channel or haven't already, go and hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified of videos as they come out. And subscribing really helps my channel, lets me know that you guys are enjoying what you're watching here, and yeah, I just really appreciate it. Kind of like that. I think that's good. We'll do that on the other side too. And yeah, I kind of lost track of what I was saying, but you guys know. Let me know what you guys think about this little entrance here. I think it's cool. You can see a little, well, I don't know, from down here, I guess you can't see. See a little bit of the windows there. I don't think it's a big deal. You can see them there, and then you can see them as you go. But yeah, so I like it. So until next time, hope you have a super blessed night or day wherever you are. Don't forget to leave those comments down below. Let me know what you think about the zoo. Let me know what you want to see next. And yeah, we will do that next time. So I will see you then. Bye, guys.